Now at 7:43 with this week's unexpected rise to the top of the bestseller chart for a controversial book on Jesus. Sales are now surging, thanks in part to a confrontational interview with the book's author. NBC's Mike Taibbi has details on this story. Mike, good morning to you.
Good morning, Savannah. You know, talk about religion often turns into an argument about religion, as we all know. And if the argument is about a book and they spell the name right, as they say, it is usually good news for the author. The biggest bookstore in Portland, Oregon, hosted a reading and question session with Reza Aslan.
This is not a book about Christianity, it's a book about Judaism, because Jesus wasn't a Christian, Jesus was a Jew.
Now the biggest-selling author on the Amazon.com list. But his book, Zealot, The Life and Times of Jesus of Nazareth, didn't zoom to #1 until after a web-only interview on Fox. Religion reporter Lauren Green starting the 10-minute segment with a challenge regarding Aslan's Muslim faith.
You're a Muslim, so why did you write a book about the founder of Christianity?
Aslan answered.
It's not that I'm just some Muslim writing about Jesus. I am an expert with a PhD in the history of religions.
That exchange might not have sparked a firestorm, but Green, minute after minute, kept asking versions of the same question.
Why would you be interested in the founder of Christianity?
Aslan was compelled to keep giving versions of his same answer.
I am a historian. My mother is a Christian. My wife is a Christian. This isn't a Muslim opinion. I'm not sure what my faith happens to do with my 20 years of academic study of the New Testament.
The interview went viral, and Aslan's book was suddenly a publishing home run.
For any writer, any thinker to have inadvertently launched such a public discussion is about the best thing that you could hope for. How are you?
Somewhat lost in the controversy over the interview is the controversy over Aslan's claims in the book itself. Among them that Jesus was not born in Bethlehem and, in Aslan's historical view, was hardly godlike.
What little we know about him paints him as really an illiterate peasant from the backwoods of Galilee. This man was able to gather people to him, not because of his education, but because of his charisma, because of the power of his message.
In that 10-minute Fox interview, Aslan was able to squeeze in one point from his book.
If you know nothing else about Jesus except that he was crucified, you know enough to understand what a troublemaker this guy must have been.
The words and the tone of repeated statements like that are bound to rile many, and Aslan knows it.
It's the fact that he was such a troublemaker that I think makes him so compelling.
And in combination with that interview,
You're a Muslim.
has turned a scholar's book
Thank you, guys.
into publishing catnip.
All right, that's great to see you, brother.
Now, there has been some blowback against Aslan's claim to be an historian, one conservative commentator saying that not one of his 4 degrees is in history, and that he's now a professor of creative writing. Aslan's answer is that 3 of his degrees are in religion, including his PhD, which does qualify him to write about religious history. Savannah?
All right, Mike Taibbi in Los Angeles, thank you.